going on, Goofy Gamers? How's everybody doing? It is Goofy Joey. I am here with Noct, the leader of the pack. Wolf, how's everybody? How you doing today?
Doing good, man. Doing good.
All
Happy
right.
to happy to be here. Happy to answer any questions you might have.
Perfect, perfect. So, Noct, why don't you tell everybody about yourself?
All right. So my name's Noct on the internet, or Sean. But yeah, Noct is usually what I go by. Brand's NoctWolfTv. I've been a Twitch streamer for 6 years. I have been up and down through many genres of games and of streaming, and I've also make TikTok videos on how to, new streamers can get started, how to set up their software, how to, position themselves for long-term success. First
Yeah.
step, learn how to uh but yeah, so it's kind of I build my content on Twitch more around the esports side of things and more of competitive PvP. And then in TikTok and in other forms of social media, I build around like how do you start streaming? How do you connect with people? How do you set up things so it looks professional and you give a good first impression? How do you connect with people and build connections long term? So those are kind of the bases upon which I've kind of built my various social media platforms.
Awesome. That's actually very amazing. Like, for you to be streaming for so long, what was like the leap of faith with that? Becoming a full-time content creator and doing something that you love.
Okay, so I've been streaming since December of 2014. Back then, there was no affiliate program. To get partner, you had to average over 100 viewers and anybody could apply. But if you applied and you had under 100 average on 30 days, they'd basically tell you to, shove it. Um, it was a pipe dream to be able to do any of that full time. It was purely a hobby, and it kind of I streamed up until probably whenever the affiliate program came. It was like 2017, maybe 2016, 2017 when the affiliate program was launched. And I hit that, started making a little bit of money on the side, while I was also teaching middle school. I taught middle school 6th, 7th, and 8th grade history and English. And it eventually came down to that I was just not happy. I was just not happy with my job. I wasn't happy with what I was doing. I knew where my passions were. I knew the potential of the market, and I knew where it was going to be going. Convincing my family of that was a very different story, but the leap of faith definitely came when I had an interaction at the school I was working with where I caught some kids bullying, and I gave them all detention, and their parents actually called and tried to get me fired from the school for giving their kids detention. And because it was a private school and they had a lot of money and they were throwing money at the private school, they could threaten to pull their funding. Principal told me he was going to take away the detention, and I told him to basically shove it. So I wasn't asked back the next year, and so I was without a job, and I was like, well, I know what I want to do. This is just a sign that I need to do it. And so I dove into streaming full time.
Oh, that's amazing.
That was back in probably August, September of 2018, I think.
Oh, so that's recent. That's super recent. I thought you just have been like this for almost 4 or 5 years now, because of the whole starting back in 2014. I thought you accumulated your profits and everything back then. That's super recent. Oh,
Yeah, the back then there was no way to make money outside of direct donations, and it wasn't even a part of the culture that people were trying to do this full time. It wasn't a money making thing. It was just a hobby thing. People just got together to hang out. It wasn't until probably a year or two into the affiliate program that people started, quitting their jobs and started doing this full time because they were making enough money to do that. So I was driving Lyft and Uber to make ends meet, or tossing pizza at a local pizza shop, during the day, and then I'd stream all night, and that's how I made ends meet.
that's a real rags to riches story. I love that. Did you have any overall goals when you first started out streaming? Like, was there anything that like I need to do this and I'm gonna achieve it? And then did you also achieve that goal?
So I would say that I didn't really have any goals when I started streaming. I was living by myself at the time. I wasn't married yet, and I was living by myself in a city that was 2 hours. In Oklahoma, it was 8 hours away. In Indianapolis, it was 2 hours away from anybody I knew, my fiance, my friends. I was really lonely and depressed all the time, and I had zero social outlet. So I would get home and play video games, but like none of my friends were on the same kind of schedule I was because I was a teacher and they were, off working night shifts or doing whatever. And so I was like, well, I need to make new people. My only goal was just to try to, not be alone. That was it. I was like, I'm already going to be playing video games. I might as well stream it on the internet. I've been making YouTube content and editing videos since I was in 6th grade.
Absolutely.
So I literally was on YouTube 1 month into it. Came out in like October, November of 2016, and my first YouTube video went up in like January of 2017. So
I remember your buddy eating butter.
So disgusting.
Just don't throw up. That's all. If you throw up, you give up $3.
There's a tablespoon $1.
My buddy, what?
You paid somebody $3 to eat butter? My little brother did that
research.
Of course. My little brother did that for free.
Fair.
Oh yeah, you gotta do your research.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
That's funny. I can't believe that video's still up there. But yeah, wow, you blew my mind with that one. I forgot about that. But yeah, my first YouTube videos started going up then, and I was using a Tony Hawk helmet camera that shot in like 120p and using Windows Movie Maker to edit video. But like, that's the thing though, you start that young and skills grow over time. So I was like, I already like being in front of a camera. I already like making content and doing videos. Like, I might as well just live stream this and see if I can make some friends. So I was like, I'm not by myself and lonely. And that was really my only goal at the time, was just to not be alone out there. And then, eventually it just kind of grew into what it was. I wound up surrounding myself with people that have been around for a very long time. People will use the follow age command in my chat, and have been around for like 5 or 5.5 years, whatever. And it's kind of crazy to think about that some of those people were like my 13th or 20th follower, and now I've got over 5,000 and they're still around. And what I want to try to help people do is learn how to foster and build that kind of connection with people so that they too can have long-lasting friendships over time. And that's what I try to emphasize in a lot of my content, is that it's about connecting with people. It's not about, pushing for affiliate, pushing for partner, trying to get numbers, looking at analytics every day. The reality of streaming is that you're trying to, and most people will say this, build community, but most people don't look at it that way. They look at it from a numbers standpoint, not from a people standpoint. And that's really a piece of the puzzle that I'm trying to reinsert in my content.
Which a lot of people need to reevaluate, which I'm glad that you and your following of, 300,000 on TikTok are starting to understand it's about the building relationships and it's not about the money.
TikTok, not that high. It's 124,000.
What?
So,
I could have sworn I saw a 3. Oh, that's my fault.
Nah, you're fine. Close, but no, not really. That's like 3 times what but that's still though.
That's still amazing.
Like 100 I started doing TikTok like just 6 months ago because I was bored and we were in a pandemic, and I was like, this isn't a social media platform I've hit yet. Let's make some guide videos. I can make guide videos. I've got a teaching degree. I can cut information down really, really short and sweet. I'll make 15-second guide videos on how to do Twitch stuff. No, apparently nobody else was doing it at the time, which was fantastic because it means that my shit blew up. Pardon my language. But
we're PG-13 over here.
Okay. But my my content started taking off because I would hit a niche that apparently nobody had tried to hit yet. So that wound up working out really well, and that's more people than live in my metro area. And I live in Cincinnati. It's one of the it's a major city. It's on a U.S. map, and there's more people that follow me on TikTok than live in that city.
That's insane.
It blows my mind.
Another question that I had was, when you play competitive games, because you focus on the esports side of things, like Apex and League of Legends, do you like the thrive of the pressure and then going for the win, or do you like taking a more relaxed approach towards the games?
I'm the least competitive player. I mostly focus on personal growth and trying to just get better at what I'm doing. I don't think that pushing for a win every single game is what keeps you in the game for the long run. The thing is that people get really discouraged and people get really burnt out on games if they feel like they're not doing well or if they're not doing as well as they want to do. The way to combat that is to change your mindset and celebrate small victories. And when the big ones happen, holy crap, you can blow up about it. Like if you win a game, amazing. That's fantastic. But I mean, like, if you hit a skill shot that you've been struggling to hit, you should celebrate that. If you're hitting long shots with a sniper rifle in Apex that you couldn't have hit last week, you should celebrate that and feel good about that. And if you end up going out 10th, 8th, 5th, whatever, second, and not winning, you should still be able to look back at your gameplay and be like, okay, I'm a little salty that I got out, but crap, I played well. And that's the mindset you want to have, and that's when I'm playing. That's what I'm trying to, like, encourage people in my chat to have, too. Regardless of game, I've done esports shoutcasting for Guild Wars 2 tournaments, for a game called Shadow Arena. I did all of the NA pro shoutcasting for that game for a year. You know, and I'm starting to get into Apex. We've got some cool stuff coming in Apex that because right now Apex doesn't have custom lobbies, so it's hard to do like community events in Apex without having to go directly through like EA and Respawn.
Right.
But we've got some ideas for 1v1 stuff in the training, in the shooting range, that I think is going to be really cool for us to.
Absolutely. That's this Friday, correct?
Yeah, this Friday we're going to be trying like a round robin, just 1v1 night. I'm going to play crypto and I'm going to fly around with a drone and spectate and commentate over what people are doing and how what they're playing and what loadouts they have, and you know, just get back into the shoutcasting aspect of it, because that's something that I've really loved for a long time. That started back when I was playing, funnily enough, like I played Breath of the Wild all the way through completion, 100%ed it, and then I got Splatoon 2 right when it came out. And custom games were huge in Splatoon 2. So I would pull custom games together, commentate over the custom games, and like do that every night, 5 nights a week for like months. And eventually it just grew to the point, like, because you don't, like, shoutcasting's a skill, being able to, like, just off the top of your head, constantly gift of gab, be talking, whatever's happening on the screen, you're regurgitating out your mouth. That's something that comes with time and with practice, and that's something that I definitely developed doing that, and then I was able to move from that into more professional, respected, paid avenues.
Awesome. Like, the way that you've grown in such time is absolutely amazing. As a closer question, what advice can you give to those streamers who want to go professional or stream professional on Twitch?
Don't think about it as being professional. It all goes back to if you have a genuine connection with people and you really build a solid long-term community around your content, then people will take care of you as long as you're taking care of them. If you're providing value to people, then that's what's going to push them to then want to reciprocate value to you. The value is anything that you're bringing to the table. The content is not the gameplay. The content is not, your interactions with chat even. The content is you and what special talents and gifts you bring to the table, that's different from anything else that they may have been watching. Why aren't they watching Attack on Titan? Why aren't they watching WandaVision? Why aren't they out shoveling snow? I would rather do anything than that, but still it's a valid question.
Yeah.
Why are they watching you? What is the value you're bringing to them? And when you can really center in on what that value is and then build your content around that, and then make sure that your community is taken care of and you're building individual connection with people outside of stream, long term, you're building yourself a foundation that will, in the end, be able to take care of you.
That's honestly the most heartwarming and amazing thing that I've heard in a while. Like, it's insane. And it comes from experience, I'm guessing, that everything that you're saying. So when whoever's watching this and whoever listens to this in a little bit, everything that he's saying is coming from personal experience, and it's not diarrhea of the mouth. He knows what he's talking about. this man has built a following, and a following that follows him through YouTube to TikTok to Instagram. And listen, the pizza parties are amazing. The content that he gives is amazing, and you have to check him out. I'm gonna give his all his links in the description. You guys check him out. He's absolutely one of the best content creators I have come to watch.